The Knicks came out hot in Game 1 of this series with the Sixers. I'm here with SNY NBA insider Ian Begley. And Ian, a 39-point victory, complete domination by the Knicks. But a big reason for this victory was the play of Mikal Bridges. 17 points for him, 5 assists. It seems like he's turned a corner in a way. What have you seen from Mikal?
Yeah, you look at Game 6 against Atlanta. He played well that game too. So that's 2 consecutive games where it seems to me that he's finding spots within the offense to be aggressive without taking the Knicks out of their rhythm. So maybe, he's finding his way a little bit in terms of the hierarchy of the offense, because it seems like it's Brunson, Towns, and then OG Anunoby, with Bridges really being effective finding his spots. Then the other side of the ball, obviously, which is why the Knicks wanted him here. He did really well against Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Mike Brown credited him after the game for giving you multiple efforts against Maxey, playing Maxey well on the ball, off the ball, and really just being relentless in his focus on Maxey. So he was given a big defensive assignment there, and he really came through in Game 1.
It was really efficient offensively, 7 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. But let's talk about the Knicks as a whole, because it seems like they're trending in the right direction ever since Game 4 of the Hawks series. They've just been trending upwards. What do you think that is? What do you think the difference has been with the Knicks?
Yeah, I think part of it is Karl-Anthony Towns. Knicks making an adjustment there after Game 3 of the Hawks series and going through Towns a little bit more. Towns operating at the top of the floor. And you didn't see that as often as in Game 1 as you had in the previous series, but I think that adjustment there was big. Defensively, they've gotten big individual performances from a Josh Hart on a CJ McCollum, a Bridges on a Maxey, and so I think those translate to a strong team defense that you've seen overall from them. And then Jalen Brunson, I think his shooting has been off the charts for the most part, but I think he really bounced back after those first 4 games in the Atlanta series where he was taking some bad shots. You haven't seen him take a ton of bad shots since then, and the ball has been spread around. So Knicks are hitting on all cylinders, it seems like, since they went down 2-1 in that Atlanta series.
Jalen Brunson, 35 points in this one, and as a team, 10 steals. So we saw the defensive impact as well. We'll see if they can keep it going in Game 2.
John Jastrzemski joins us now for more on the Knicks blowing out the Sixers in Game 1. And JJ, was this romp a result of one team being off since Thursday and the other coming off a 7-game series on Saturday, or did the Knicks make a statement in this game?
I'm going to look at the positive for the Knicks once again now making a statement. This is 25-plus point wins 3 consecutive times. First time you've seen that in the history of the association. So, yeah, it was a terrible spot for Philadelphia after playing a Game 7 in Boston. But let's face facts, Eamon. This Philly team couldn't guard Jalen Brunson. They're putting Joel Embiid in the drop. They're running pick and roll. Jalen Brunson could cook and get any shot he wanted within the mid-range. That's incredibly problematic for Philadelphia. I don't know how all of a sudden that is going to change over the course of a 7-game series. Are we going to get monster games out of Maxey? Perhaps. Is Joel Embiid capable of going and giving you 35 or 40 points? Sure, but Brunson is a problem for Philly. They have no way of guarding him. They're not deep enough, and the Knicks are playing their best basketball of the season. So I'll preach the positive.
Yeah, there's no doubt about the Knicks playing their best basketball, and if you can't find a way to contain Jalen Brunson, you're not beating the Knicks in a 7-game series. We now bring in Sal Licata. And Sal, before the game on Monday, you posted on X that you didn't fully trust the Knicks yet. Did Game 1 do anything to change that?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm starting to get there. Now, still, it's a long series. I expect this to be a battle. I still think the Sixers have a lot of fight in them, and I think that they're dangerous with all the players that they have. You guys are talking about a little bit. It was just clearly an off night. The Knicks dominated, but how can you not start to gain trust where now it's 4 games in a row we've seen this and just 2 back-to-back blowouts that I've never seen anything like that. So the Knicks are clicking clearly. They're playing their best basketball. Early on, I think you could tell, forget Brunson, we know he's a stud, but even Karl-Anthony Towns defensively and then knocking down the threes. I thought he set the tone early, even with the foul trouble. So the fact that Towns was playing good defense early and then knocking down some threes, I thought that set the tone. Yeah, I'm starting to trust the Knicks a lot more.
Sal, you mentioned it. 4 straight easy wins. The 4 straight playoff games they have won now by an average of nearly 34 points. Sal, this is our New York Knicks. Where's the drama? Where's the nervousness? How does this happen?
The Knicks aim in, as you know this better than anybody, they're scoring more points now in the first half than they did in any of those 90s playoff games. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, I've never seen this. I was about to say this is the best half of basketball I've ever seen, but I forgot about Game 6 against Atlanta. So the domination that we've seen here, and then I see it show the stat that it hasn't happened since the 1986 Celtics were the only team to do it. I have never in my lifetime of watching Knicks basketball dating back to the mid to late 80s, certainly all those 90 years, I've never seen anything like this. I think it's a combination of the opponent that they've been playing, also just how talented this team is, and when they are clicking, playing their A-plus game, maybe outside of the Thunder, they can beat anybody.
Why the Knicks playing this brand of basketball? Balance, baby. What did we talk about at the start of the postseason? The idea of getting all 5 of the starters involved, getting them in double figures. Yes, Jalen Brunson had a monster first half. Sal brought up the engaged play of Karl-Anthony Towns, who had a monster second quarter on offense, was getting after Joel Embiid on defense, but then OG Anunoby comes to life. He's hitting the corner 3. Mikal Bridges, yes, that guy, Mikal Bridges actually goes and has a monster third quarter. So when you see that balance within the Knicks starting 5 and you see those efficiency numbers, top 5 offense, top 5 defense, that's the sort of stuff, guys, that can make you dream that bigger things await this team in the weeks ahead.
And now everyone on this team is playing with an immense amount of confidence.